What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don. I'm back with another video. I know y'all saw the crazy trade deadline day. Oh my God, Cleveland is done. They are done. LeBron is gone. I hope you guys have a nice team next year for any of you Cleveland Cavaliers fans, because this is called rebuilding when you basically trade half your roster for younger players and a draft pick here and there. What this is a preparation for LeBron James to leave. That's all it is, really. LeBron James is leaving Cleveland. He probably hasn't said it yet, but he's thinking about it. And at this point, he'll probably leave this summer. I don't know where he'll go, because you're running into like dead ends right now in the NBA trying to change teams and win, because other teams around the league made sure that they got stronger. They've definitely made sure that they've got stronger so that whatever player decides to leave, they would have a tough time. They would have a tough time beating that team. For example, the Rockets. The Rockets want to be that stopgap right now, because even if they gotta get to Golden State in the final, well, the conference final, they want to make sure that they're the team to beat before Golden State. So anybody else trying to make a crazy move, it would basically, what it does is it stops super teams from forming. Basically, if one team gets significantly stronger, as they did with Chris Paul, it leaves certain stars with not as many options, I should say, because Paul George really can't go to any of those teams right now. Paul George can only go to the Lakers, but the Lakers are significantly weaker. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. But you know what? I want to talk about today how Isaiah Thomas, in like maybe like 4 or 5 months or so, went from a heralded guy in Boston to now being the scapegoat in Cleveland. And it's all because of LeBron James. Isaiah became the scapegoat faster than any player that I've seen in a while. He had a lot of respect around the league, for his size, his game. We all like his game. He's tough, even though he's a liability on defense. You know, this guy, when he came to Cleveland, he wasn't healthy. Let's be honest. I don't think Isaiah Thomas was healthy at all this year. But, he gave it a go because LeBron James' team was so bad. And, what it is with LeBron? Sometimes you look at his teams and you don't know how he doesn't figure this out. Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, Dwayne Wade, Channing Frye, Tristan Thompson. What else do you need, man? How is it this hard for you to click with this team? Especially if you're as great as LeBron is. But we've seen this before. We've seen this with Kyrie. And Kyrie is not getting enough credit for doing this trade that he did to Boston. He forced himself out. Listen, if Kyrie was still there, it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy the amount of disrespect Kyrie would be getting. Because, LeBron James sometimes walks around like he can do no wrong. Even though LeBron James is one of the biggest issues as to why this didn't work. And it's also going to be the issue as to why, no matter what happens this year, they're not winning. Never developed the ability to truly carry his team. Will always hurt the great players. Truly carry your team. Oh, you're like, whoa, LeBron goes to the finals all the time. We don't care about that. We care about you winning. Do you win by yourself? No, he does not have that ability. He's not Kobe. You know what I mean? He's not Michael. He can't do that. Therefore, he relies on other players who are a little bit less talented than him to get him by. Isaiah cannot do that for him. He's not Kyrie. Therefore, he becomes the scapegoat. It's very simple. And this is true in every way. And if you don't believe me, just look at what happened this year. Isaiah plays like 4 or 5 games. Everybody's on him, And it's sad. It's sad because this team should have no problem beating the majority of the East, but they can't. And it's the reason why now the urgency for LeBron James to win a championship it's getting worse and worse. And I don't see him being successful in LA. I don't know what he does after this. I can't tell you where he would go. Washington, do they even have the cap space, Back to IT though. it's unfortunate for him because I don't think that he was given a fair opportunity to prove himself, and I think Cleveland would have been a good fit for him post LeBron. Now you go to LA, who's not gonna re-sign you? Isaiah's he's owed like 200 mil. Who's gonna pay him that? A team in space, maybe Detroit, not Cleveland, obviously, and not LA. They're not gonna pay him 200 million. They're trying to get Paul George, especially LA. But he became the scapegoat just like Kevin Love became that kind of. And guess what? Kevin Love going down and breaking his hand is one of the best things that ever happened to him all year because he doesn't have to deal with the nonsense. If you're not playing, they can't blame you for anything. But as soon as you're on that court with LeBron and you do a little bit worse than him, it's your fault. And not LeBron's fault. And LeBron has to start taking responsibility for these things because he's the one that should be leading his teams. You know what I mean? You can't be considered one of the greatest players in the world and you just can't get it done, you know? He's so inconsistent when it comes to that. No matter how good you are, there's got to be times where you can just say, you know what, it's on me. He should have beaten Golden State that first time around when Kyrie was out. He should have beaten them. He should have beaten Golden State. I'm sorry. He really should have. But guess what? You needed Kyrie. Kyrie's gone. And if you thought you were getting equal value for IT and Kyrie swapping, look what happened. It's not even close. Kyrie Irving was that guard that they should have done everything to try and keep, more so than LeBron, because eventually it's going to get worse and worse. LeBron is always going to stay. He'll take the pay cut, but what you get in return is you get a guy who will put great numbers, but when you really need it, he won't be the guy for you to win the game for you. And I'm not hating on LeBron. I'm not a LeBron hater. I love his game. You know, he's a dominant player in the NBA. Can do anything you want him to do, except carry you to the finish line. And sometimes that matters more. And this is why stuff like this happens, where all of a sudden, you know what, your best friend Dwayne Wade is gone, Crowder is gone, you know, Fry is gone. All guys, you know, in a way, it's his own fault too because these are all your friends. You can't keep playing around trying to recruit all your friends to come play for you, and then when it doesn't go well, be shocked that everybody just cleared out. Because the Cavaliers know you're leaving, you're gone, so they need to think about the future. Um, but IT now, what's next for Isaiah Thomas? I don't know. I don't know where he would fit in. Eventually, he's gonna go to a mid-tier team that'll probably give him some type of 4-year contract. I don't know how much money he'll get, but you playing with LeBron, it cost him a good opportunity because I think had he gone somewhere else, or if he would have stayed healthy and forced the Celtics to make a decision, you know, everything would have been different. Kyrie would have never been able to end up there because of it, you know. But sometimes it's unfortunately sad because I don't think he was ready to play yet. I don't think Isaiah Thomas was ready to play. I really believe that he rushed the injury. The good news is now that you're in Lakers where you're not going to make the playoffs and you have less pressure on you, you can probably audition for some team to sign you. Maybe like a team like, well, he already played for Phoenix, but you know, like that type of level team. Because what happened here in Cleveland is a disaster. No reason for this team to be broken up like that. They should have been like top in the East, competing with Boston, and they're not. They're like top 4, you know? That's what you get with a LeBron James team. You always find the scapegoat and then blame it on them. LeBron leaves you, because he will. Same thing he did when he went to Miami. He'll do it to you again, and then you'll be burning his jersey all over him. But that's my take on that. I just wanted to talk about that. I didn't really want to talk about anything else because all the other trades are cool, but I thought this was important to really like be broken down. What do you think? You think Isaiah became the scapegoat and ultimately it led to him leaving, or do you think that this was the right thing to do for Cleveland as they're building for LeBron's departure? You let Donny know in the comment section. Let's go for 10 likes in this video. Please check out my other videos on the series for Donny Talks. I got many more of these coming soon, and this is your boy Donny. I'm out. Peace.